Crossing eddy lines is an unavoidable fact of paddling in fast water. It's also a fantastic opportunity to play with the mysterious currents that form in such venues. The key components of this essential skill are outlined here. It's usually pretty simple to sit in balance in the calm water of an eddy. It's also often quite comfortable out in the flow. The challenge begins when we face the prospect of crossing from one zone of water to another. Guarding these two areas is the eddy line. Depending on sea state and the speed of flow, this area can be a challenging place to cross. Boat angle, or the kayak's heading in relation to the direction of flow, is critical to success. A sharp, streamlined angle allows a gradual commitment to the faster water and a comfortably slow turn. We can also apply a little less edge to get the job done. A faster turn can be achieved with an approach angle of 45 degrees. With more of the kayak exposed to the fast water, more edge is needed to stay in balance. In all cases, you'll need to edge downstream or into the turn. This ensures that the water can flow smoothly under the boat without unbalancing the kayak. You'll also be well positioned to look downstream for your next target and focus on what's coming next.
Let's take a closer look at the top of the tide race. We've got the fast water accelerating around the headland, we've got the eddy close under the rocks, and we've got the eddy line between the two. The eddy line isn't very distinct today, and there's a good reason for that. Firstly, we've got the wind blowing onto the headland, which is creating some wind waves, and that's obscuring the eddy line a little bit. Also, we get different speeds of water on different parts of the tide race. And the other thing to remember is that all the features are rather big, so the eddy line itself is quite wide. That means that we've got quite a large body of water to paddle across when we're moving in and out of the fast water.
Here we see the key principles of boat angle and edge in action. It's important in this slightly bigger water that we approach the eddy line positively, with enough boat speed to commit fully to the fast water. Good boat angle, a commitment to the turn, and a solid edge are all keys to success. We can also use a low brace as a handrail for support. Often we need to add sweep strokes to complete the turn. Stay focused on the downstream target at this point to remain balanced. Regardless of boat angle, we can increase the amount we edge the kayak to improve manoeuvrability and create a tighter turn. Here we see a solid commitment to the edge to turn more quickly across the eddy line. A well-timed reverse sweep can also tighten the radius of the turn. Remember to plant the paddle blade in the fast water after crossing the eddy line. Often we need to cross the eddy line and move further out into the fast water to gain a better line for what lies downstream. In such situations, a sharp boat angle sets us up for a longer radius turn. Combined with forward power strokes or sweeps on the inside of the turn, we can move out as far out into the flow as needed. An indistinct eddy line will allow us to keep a relatively flat kayak as we move out into progressively faster water. An increased sense of balance lets us maintain speed and angle for a longer period, delaying the moment when the kayak begins to turn downstream. In bigger water, all the skills described still apply, so there's no need to tear up the rulebook. Sit upright, slightly forward, look into the turn and focus on your chosen line downstream. If you haven't yet chosen a line, now's a good time to get on with it. good news is that in rougher conditions, eddy lines are often less distinct, so focus on turning your bow downstream quickly to allow you to cope with any breaking waves that might be lying in wait.